Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Beauty Authority. I'm Tatiana Bido, NewBeauty's Director of Aesthetic Content. Today, we have a very special guest, Christina Najjar, better known as Tinx. She's a New York Times bestselling author, the host of It's Me, Tinx, and a creator whose refreshingly honest takes on beauty, dating, and modern life have made her one of her generation's most trusted voices. Hi, Tinx. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. So I am a listener and I feel like I'm one of your oldest listeners. I'm 48, but I think because you're on Radio Andy, you probably get a lot of people of just all different, a variety of ages. But one of my favorite things that you say is it's the summer of outside. And I feel like it's changed how I think of just existing over the summer. So can you tell our followers a little bit about that philosophy and what that means?
Yeah, so Summer of Outside is something that I've done with my community for 4 years, and it's basically the idea that, we are so phone focused, and no one knows that better than me. I literally make my living on the phone, but I think summer is an amazing time to reconnect with the things that make us human, the fun that we have offline, and just really connecting with people in a non-digital way. So Summer of Outside is about that, but it's also just about saying yes to things. And, if your friend from work says, oh, there's a barbecue from this person I know, even though you're tired, you're going to say yes. Or if someone says, hey, there's like a basketball league we can play in and pick up after work, just say yes. So it's really just about expanding your horizons, no matter if you're single, married, situationship, whatever. It's just about saying yes to things and really getting outside and getting off the phone.
And it's so hot. So I need
Exactly.
this more than ever because it really
Yes.
helps me like, weigh balance, right? Like you can't be indoors all the time or bed rotting.
Exactly.
So I love that
Yeah.
philosophy. So
Yeah.
speaking of getting outside more, you've partnered with AccuView and you didn't start wearing your contact lenses until your 20s. Can you tell me what convinced you to make that switch?
Yeah, so I never really liked wearing my glasses at all, but I just didn't think they suited me that well, and then especially for formal occasions, I didn't like it. And then one of my best girlfriends was getting married and I was a bridesmaid, and I realized, I'm short-sighted, so I realized I wasn't gonna be able to see her walk down the aisle or anyone walk down the aisle for that matter if I didn't wear my glasses, and I thought, "You know what? The time is now. I'm gonna try because I wanna be able to stand up there and have my makeup and have people see my face, but also be able to see my friend, the bride." So that was a great reason to start. And honestly, as soon as I tried them, I couldn't look back. And I mean, it's just changed my life completely. So
Yeah.
I'm so happy I did it.
Yeah, it helps you so much with like different outfit choices. And
Yeah.
I sleep in mine, which is horrible. I know you're not supposed to keep them in longer, but
They're a lifesaver. They're really a lifesaver. I don't know how I didn't use them sooner.
I know. So, speaking of like part of your beauty routine and wellness, what products or habits have earned a permanent spot in your routine this summer? What are you really loving right now?
Well, obviously, my AccuView contact lenses, I literally don't travel without them. I always have an extra pair in my purse just in case I end up going somewhere or whatever. I would say, a big beauty secret is obviously water. It's not a secret, but I'm obsessed with this water called Lunin. It's the purest water you can get. It's founded by a mom. And I've just been obsessed with drinking so much of it because it just tastes so good and it's so pure. And then otherwise, I would say my fresh beauty they kind of do my whole regime. They have this black
Ooh.
tea cream that is just a lifesaver for the summer. It lays well under makeup. It just makes your skin really bouncy. So those are my favorites right now.
And you're 35 now, and I feel like a
Mhm,
lot of women really change up their routines in their 30s. What's the
mhm.
biggest beauty lesson that you've learned in this decade?
I think just that less is more. I feel like as we get older, we actually need less. We think we need so much more, but more simple you keep it, the more you can kind of shine through and feel confident. I feel like when you pile it on, whether it's makeup or skincare, it just kind of ends up doing more harm than good. So I'm all about simplicity, keeping it super, super simple this decade.
Yeah, we've come so far from the 2016
Yeah,
everything
exactly.
packing it all in.
Yeah.
Is there a beauty rule that you've stopped believing as you've gotten older?
Oh my gosh. I think like that you need foundation. Like I used to think your makeup look was not complete unless you had worn foundation, but now I'm kind of into just like a concealer, maybe a tinted moisturizer, something like that. I kind of think it looks good with just like more natural, letting your skin shine through.
And then what about your skincare? Is there anything that you're doing now that is really changed things up?
I I would say I'm definitely dabbling in lasers more a little bit now, just like a I love a little clear and brilliant, stuff like that. It just kind of helps now when I'm getting older, and I actually love getting them done. So I
Do
love a
you
little laser.
do you try to do it, like, once a year?
Yeah, like a once a year little touch up is so nice. So it's amazing for your skin.
What are 3 beauty products that you can't leave the house without?
I mean, I would honestly, again, consider my AccuView contact lenses a beauty product because I cannot leave the house without them. Literally, I can't
Yeah.
see. And then I would say my UBeauty lip plasma. It's just an incredible lip treatment. They have it in every shade. It's so gorgeous. And then my YSL mascara is amazing. I love like a big lash and it just really pops.
Now you give some of the best advice out there. You're like this generation's Dear Abby and, Delilah. It's all mixed together. What does that really change how you live your life since you practice what you preach? Do you think about your listeners and the people that you give advice to when you're navigating your own stuff?
I really try to, but I think it's like do as I say, not as I do. I'm, definitely sometimes not the best person to take my own advice, but I feel like I'm so concentrating on helping my listeners and my friends that I kind of just I don't always live by my own rules, which
Yeah.
is bad, but it's honest.
I think that's all of us, right?
Yeah.
And then also you give great dating advice, but we live in such interesting times, right? There's people the cut said boyfriends are embarrassing last year, and
Yeah,
it's like everyone's so independent. It's hard to get a second, third date, but then we're like obsessed with Love Island.
I know.
So what do you think is happening right now in relationships with young people?
I think that men and women are just not communicating anymore. I think that men and women have also changed a lot. And I think in hetero relationships, we still want love. I think all parties still want love. We've changed so much as a society because of social media that we don't know how to connect in the same way.
Yeah.
And we don't know how to meet each other's needs in the same way. We've all become more selfish. We really have. So I think we're just going through a little bit of a shift right now. And I'm hoping it evens out and we recalibrate because I know a lot of people are super lonely. A lot of people want to find love.
Yeah. I know you said you were watching the UK Love
Yeah,
Island. It's
I
so much
was.
better. I love it so much.
I think it reminds me of home and I find it funnier. I find the people, I like all the banter and all their little sayings better. So I'm watching that one for now. I'm a few episodes behind, but
Yeah,
it's
I love their conversation. Also, just speaking about, like, conversation starters, I know you said something recently, like, in Europe, they just people approach you in a different way. What's a good conversation starter besides, "What's your job?" or "What do you do?"
I honestly like to say, how's your day going? It just sets people at ease. You just say, oh, how's your day going? What did you do today? Oh, how are you going? Like, it's just way more easy than people in New York will automatically say, like, what do you do? And it's just such a boring first question. It kind of shuts down the conversation. Or just say, how's your summer going? Something more open ended and light, like a softball, so it can warm people up versus immediately jumping into, like, let's talk about our careers. Who wants to talk about careers at a summer barbecue? Not me.
Yeah, and then my last question, is there anything, like, wellness related that's really making you happy? What are you obsessed with right now?
I'm obsessed with going to the hyperbaric oxygen chamber.
Yeah.
I had surgery in January and I used it as a recovery system, but it can actually be amazing for your skin for like cell turnover, collagen, all that stuff. So as a treat, I try to go like once every 2 weeks to the hyperbaric because it's so relaxing and you feel amazing after. It's great.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with New Beauty today, and we're gonna keep listening to your advice. You give the
You're
best
amazing. Thank you. Have the
you.
best day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye-bye.